This channel is sponsored by Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box that's always filled with surprises for gamers and geeks alike. If you're interested, go to lootcrate.com/Hawke525, and after choosing your crate, type in promo code Hawke525 for a 10% discount. The link and promo code will be in the description box below. Thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the show. Alright, what is up everyone? Sean here with Danny.
What's up?
The time has finally come. The most anticipated movie of this year has finally come out, released in theaters, all that fun stuff.
Yes, indeed.
It's we've been waiting for this for a good while. It's been 2 years since the last main series, Star Wars movie.
Since Force Awakens.
Yeah,
yes.
Force Awakens was episode 7. Now it's episode 8. The Last Jedi is out. This is actually, what time is it? 8 o'clock. Literally 24 hours, perfectly 24 hours after we watched this film.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah. So right now, what, 8:30?
Yeah, 8:30.
With the previews and everything?
Yeah.
We got in there like around 8. Yeah, pretty much at 8:30 pretty much when it started.
Pretty much 24 hours.
It's a 2.5-hour movie. We got out at 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, it's a very long movie, so, get ready, get those snacks, because this is going to be one long-ass movie.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I don't know. Like this is. I guess I'll start. This is such a unique. I want to say specimen, like or a product overall. We both kind of felt weird after watching this film. Like we didn't know how we really felt right away. Like we both, I remember you saying like you had mixed feelings about this.
Yes.
I had mixed feelings about this. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
It felt very mixed about this film.
Yeah, but personally for me, I was very mixed as a hardcore Star Wars fan since I was a little boy, since I could remember. I've always been a fan since watching the original trilogy back when I was a little kid.
Right.
And up until now, I'm still a big fan. And yeah, this was the first Star Wars movie where I walked out feeling mixed, like feeling a bit confused, like I didn't know what to think really. But yeah, overall, I thought the movie was good. It had its great moments and also its really weird moments. Some even like bad moments too. It was all over the place.
Yeah, it was definitely had very high ups and very low downs.
Yes.
Let's just say. And like we said, or like he said, very mixed, and I felt very mixed. By the end of the film, there were some great moments, and then there are moments where you're left questioning even more by the end of the film as well. It does debunk some fan theories in the film. A lot of answers get taken care of, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's a good way to say it.
But it also raises some questions as well.
There's a lot of other new questions.
New questions, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of new questions now spawning, from this film as well. So I'm pretty sure all the fan theories are going to be, happening again.
Yes.
But looking into the other things, the characters for the most part were likable. I would say. Yeah. There were some that were kind of just like, okay.
Yeah, mostly the new characters in this movie.
Yeah, in this movie were likable for the most part.
Yeah.
But of course the characters like Rey, Finn, who the characters that you've seen before.
Poe.
Poe. I think Poe was definitely more likable in this film. Like since he got more, he got more screen time.
Yeah, I liked him in The Force Awakens, and I liked him even more in this movie.
Yeah. If you like Poe in the first one, you'll definitely like him more in here.
Yeah, especially in the beginning scene, he steals the moment there.
He definitely does. And then also you get to really see him kind of grow. Throughout the film too, so that's a highlight I would say for the film.
Yes.
If you guys like Poe, but I think the one who kind of steals the show is Luke Skywalker. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he definitely steals the show.
Yes.
Also, you get to see a little more on Snark. Of course, we'll get into him later. Snork. Excuse me. Snoke. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see more of him, of course, in the film. And of course, good old Kylo Ren.
Yes, which I liked him a lot actually here in this movie.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really get into his character in The Force Awakens.
Mm.
You know, I did jump a little bit into that bandwagon of people hating on him because he was like a crybaby and emo character and all that. But I thought about, well, it's just his first movie. He has two more movies to develop on his character, and thankfully, the writers did develop his character more in The Last Jedi.
I think
which I thought was a fantastic job there.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty fine job.
Well acted too.
Yeah, well acted. Yeah,
yes.
I think they did a better job like fleshing him out more for this film for Kylo Ren. So I was glad to see that at least.
They toned down a little bit on his emo side. Like he was still emo, but he didn't throw his. He wasn't much of his throwing tantrums and stuff.
I think you only see like one.
Yeah. You see in the trailer when he punches the wall with his helmet.
With his helmet, yeah. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So I think that Kylo Ren is more likable, I guess you can say, for this movie anyway.
Yes.
So if anyone likes Kylo Ren, is also a highlight as well.
Yes. I think big highlight.
What did you think of Rey overall, in your opinion, without trying to spoil much? Did you like Rey more?
Yeah, I did. Like I was talking about Kylo from The Force Awakens. Like they toned down a bit of the she can do everything, type of character. Yeah. She's more into that Jedi training mode. She's still a rookie.
Yeah.
They so I'm glad they took that down a little bit. Even though she did defeat Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens in that final lightsaber scene. But in this one, you could see her, like she is still learning, has a lot of learning to do, but also she grows more powerful. And she does get a bit of training from Luke.
From good old Luke Skywalker himself.
Master Luke Skywalker.
Master Luke. You also get to see some fan service stuff, like some nostalgia here and there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's good.
Not as much as The Force Awakens.
Not as much. Yes. Not as much. Thankfully, like the film is trying to do something new. Like it's trying to have its own identity now.
Yeah. If you're thinking that this is gonna be a carbon copy of Empire Strikes Back.
Oh no.
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
No.
I've seen the Empire Strikes Back at least 10 times, 10 times, 15 times, and I know that story, writing everything from my heart, and it's totally different. Totally different.
Yeah,
they do take some things from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
but they also take a few things from Return of the Jedi, from other movies. It's just a little bit of everything else. But for the most part, it's original.
Yeah, I think it's still it tries its best to do to be like a original film, I guess, but it's still Star Wars. Like it's still Star Wars for the most part. Yes. Besides the name and whatever, blah blah, and the music and whatever. And speaking of which, I think the music here was like all right. I think it was kind of just like drowned out in the background. I
actually enjoyed the soundtrack here.
Oh, did you?
I did enjoy it a little bit more than The Force Awakens.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I felt to me that it was kind of just there. For the most part, it's more or less Star Wars. So it's nothing bad. It's just kind of just like for me, nothing too memorable.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, there are a few memorable themes that play throughout certain scenes that I do not want to spoil at all. Which I'll get into the spoiler section.
Yeah.
That's for that reason is why I enjoyed the soundtrack here more than The Force Awakens.
Okay. Fair enough. How did you like the action from overall?
Oh, I thought it was well done. Overall, the one of the big highlights of this movie is the way it's directed, the way it's shot.
Oh yeah.
This movie it's fucking beautiful. It's very pretty to look at.
Yeah.
The special effects are top notch for the most part.
Yeah.
And overall, I was happy with what I saw on film.
I like the overall balance with practical effects and also CG effects too. There were some parts where maybe a little bit of the CG goes a little overboard.
Yeah. It did remind me. There was a part in the middle section of the movie where
Yeah.
I thought it reminded me of the prequels of episode
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. It was just like too much CG.
Yeah,
Too
there's
much CGI.
Mhm.
And it did detract a little bit from the experience, but
Yeah.
but it wasn't, it didn't make the movie, completely trash or anything.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of like a minor thing.
But yeah, it was pretty, I wouldn't say that minor, but the good thing is I went by pretty fast, so it wasn't like the whole thing was like that. So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, to me, it was kind of a minor complaint, but
Yeah.
but for the most part, it's well crafted for the most part. Well crafted film, the cinematography, cameras, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's some a little bit of weird like jump cuts in here and there, like 'cause it tends to go back and forth with like the subplots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't particularly name this one cut or whatever, but
Yeah.
like when you guys see the film, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, especially for those people who do editing and stuff like that. So you might catch some of those too, but I thought for the most part it was a well crafted film.
Yes.
Besides the little weird jump cuts to the subplots and whatever.
Yeah, I did find the editing a little bit somewhat all over the place, like kind of weird.
Yeah.
At some parts.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in the film.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad at all.
Oh no. And of course the like he said, the action was great. All those moments were great. The talk, like the actual dialogue, like with just talking and stuff like that, was for the most part interesting for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get into the lore and all that, like myself, I like to listen to a lot of the dialogue in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Whether if it's boring as fuck or interesting, I like to listen to what they're talking about.
Yeah.
What kinds of other people they're naming or new planets they're naming, and I get into that.
Yeah. You definitely won't find any of those parts like boring. It's pretty funny. Like there were some kids in the theater. They're kind of just like moving back and forth whenever the talking happened, but like whenever the action happened, they're like their face was pretty drawn to the screen.
Yeah, I remember that's how I was because I was pretty much their age when I saw episode 1 and 2 in theaters.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember kind of seeing episode 1 in theaters, like just certain parts of it when the action sequences, but not so much when they were talking.
Yeah.
That is until I saw the movie again when I was older, and I could understand why people don't like episode 1, episode 2 because of all the weird dialogue going on.
Yeah.
And I understand why it gets a lot of hate.
Yeah. But as we said, we had mixed feelings about this. While we liked the action of the film and stuff like that, there were some parts, without trying to spoil it here, that were really, at least for me, it felt really weird.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on within the Resistance that I won't I'm trying to get too much into it, but it's just like, really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then of course there were some really weird moments with Leia herself. Again, I will leave that for spoilers.
Yes. We can't really say much about what we didn't like the film without spoiling it.
Yeah. Y'all know will know why, but other than that, overall, I thought it was okay. It's still an enjoyable film for what it is.
It is a very enjoyable film. But it has many flaws, which we'll get into the spoiler.
Yeah. There's some flaws that you'll definitely notice in this film, and you'll probably come out of the theater feeling, weird as well, like very mixed.
Yeah.
But it's not by any means a bad film.
No.
Unless you're like a hardcore, Star Wars fan that loves the lore and all the fan theories and stuff, you may be left sour about it because there's a lot of fan theories get answered, and there's a lot more gets a lot more questions get spawned from this movie.
Yes.
So it's definitely probably the most controversial film for the Star Wars fans.
Oh yes, completely agree.
Yeah, it's definitely
100%.
Probably
very polarizing views.
Yes. Funny enough, like the critics love it, but the audience not so much. It's just like very mixed.
Yeah.
Within that,
Yes.
But for the most part, the critics liked it. Especially on Rotten Tomatoes, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But we're not critics. We're just regular people, you know, just like most of you guys, I guess. But but you know, like I said, overall, it's still enjoyable. I would say, you know, go out and watch it for yourself. It's still definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, I would say go watch it. It's a must watch.
Yeah, there's still a lot of like well crafted parts that are worth seeing. The actors, you know, did their thing. That, you know, they did it well.
Yeah.
So the, you know, all the other important bits of the movie are still enjoyable. So you can it's definitely worth the ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, for me anyway.
Yeah,
Anything you wanted to add?
No, we pretty much just covered everything without, you know, trying to spoil everything else. So I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So now we can get to the scores. So starting with you, what would you give it a rating?
I would give it a 7 out of 10.
I give it a 7 out of 10 as well. We came out of the theater mixed, but overall, it's still enjoyable for what it is. It's definitely okay, at least. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but now, yeah, you know, so both of us, you know, give it a 7 out of 10. Recommend it. It's still enjoyable what it is. It's still, you know, pretty big Star Wars film that you should probably catch especially if you're into the new trilogy right now. If you want, you know, if you want to know, oh, is it good as the original trilogy or whatever? I don't know. It's like it's kind of a weird question to ask. It's just, I feel like, you know, this film is these three trilogies are trying to be their own thing. Besides Force Awakens, especially Last Jedi, it's trying to be its own thing now.
Yes.
You know. Force Awakens is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like that reboot. It's kind of trying to bring people back.
Yes.
And now it's like, okay, we have retention. Now here's our story. You know, and I feel like, you know, yeah, The Last Jedi is, you know, that attempt to, you know, tell this new story for the Star Wars series. So, yeah. But yeah, point being, go out and watch it. I think you know, it's still an experience nonetheless. So yeah. Anything you wanted to add before we go into spoilers?
No, actually.
Okay. All right. So, thank you guys so much. This has been the non-spoiler portion. We're going to have a separate video for spoilers. I think we have a lot to say about that, just like other people on reviews and stuff like that. So, obviously, if you guys haven't seen already, go ahead and see it. And for those who have seen already, we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.